If you're anything like me, you probably thought brain rot would die in the big 26 and all those brain rot games would finally fall off. Well, I was wrong, because there's a new game that's absolutely dominating the Roblox charts. Escapes Tsunami for brain rots. Yeah, you heard me correctly, more brain rots. But what if, hear me out, okay? What if we keep the same gameplay loop and style, but with no brain rots? I bet all the iPad kids just left. But if I'm gonna make a Tsunami game, I want to give myself a challenge. I'm going to speedrun this entire game and see how fast I can put out a Roblox game and see if it goes viral. And let me tell you that you're not gonna expect the results. So we have an idea for the game, but what am I gonna switch out for brain rots?
Bro, whatever you're thinking right now, it's garbage. I got a banger idea.
Okay, that was kind of harsh, but what's the big idea?
Remember the last game you made?
You mean steal a noob?
Yeah, you should make Escape the Tsunami for Noobs.
Right, if you really think I want to use this, wait, that's actually not a bad idea. So now that we have the game idea, let's just stop horsing around and let's get locked in. For this game, I need to complete all these tasks, and each one is more important for this game to go viral. Let's just start off with task 1, which is definitely my favorite thing to do in Roblox Studio, and that is building a map. Yeah, that was a joke, by the way. So there are 3 important parts for this map in this game. First, an area where the plots can spawn. Second, a place for the shops. And lastly, a place for noobs to spawn and the waves can spawn, with trenches for players to hide and let the waves pass. But first off, let's start with the outline. I wanted to give this map a fresh look, so I made the map a little bit bigger and wanted the plots in a different order instead of having them in just a straight line. Instead of using the studs, I used the grid look again, just like on my last game. Also, just like the subscribe button is still red and you haven't pressed it yet, still only 1.3% of you guys that watch my videos are actually subscribed. But anyways, making these trenches was very annoying and tedious, but at the very end, it looked alright. I bet it would look better with color though, and with some cool editing tricks, it now looks amazing.
Bro, that looks mid, bro.
For the walls, I definitely did not copy and paste some borders from my last game. And at the very front of the map, I had an idea to switch it up and add in some rocks. But honestly, this looks horrible. But right now, this works. And just in about 45 minutes, I now have a map that doesn't look that bad. For this next task, we actually need to make an actual game.
Bro, you're not gonna believe this.
Right, I'm in the middle of making a game.
Trust me, you're gonna wanna see this.
Okay, what do you got? Wait, where did you get this?
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Well, somehow we randomly just got a game template, so now I'm just going to copy and paste this over to my game, and now we have a working game. But these are not noobs, but we can easily fix this. But I want to customize these waves first. Like, there's no title on these waves, but with billboard GUIs, this will look good. I haven't worked with billboard GUIs a whole lot, so this might turn out very weird. See, I have what I want, but the issue is that the text just gets bigger and bigger as I move back. I know there's an easy way to fix this, but honestly, I'm just a dummy. But after a YouTube search on everything about billboard GUIs, I think I found my answer. Okay, I think I got it. So if I change the size of the billboard GUI and then change this on the text label, then it should work. Yes, let's go. All right, there we go. Now this is looking a lot better. Next, we just gotta work on these waves. I changed the waves so they have a brighter and more contrasty look to them, like any modern Roblox game in 2026. Now that these waves look good and are clean, let's change up these bases. I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I play the game, the bases just feel a little small and seem a bit too crowded. But I got a way to fix that. I found the base template in replicated storage and I dragged it into the workspace. Now watch this very carefully. I press 3 on my keyboard and then I scale it up and boom, we now have a bigger base. And also I made the slots look better because me personally, these just do not look good. This next task is the most important task there is in this game, and that is adding noobs. But before we add in these noobs, we have to understand how they spawn. In between the trenches, we add a part and rename that part to whatever rarity that we want it to be. And that goes for every rarity that there is. And then only that rarity will spawn on that part. And then after that, we add another part for the whole map that's called the collect zone. That means whenever the player is in the collect zone, they can collect their noobs. And when they step out of it, they have escaped with their noob. And now that we got the boring part out of the way, we can now add these noobs into the module. And there's a lot of them. In this module script, it does take an image ID but we will find out later that using images for the index is not a move. Once all these noobs were added in, I got rid of most of the rocks at the back of the map because it was low-key killing me to look at it. Now there we go, that looks a lot better. After I decided to give the shops a little upgrade and make it a little more unique. Remember earlier when I was adding the noobs and the script took image IDs? Well, I took the time and took the screenshots of all the noobs that were there. I got rid of the background in Photoshop. I exported them, uploaded them onto Roblox, copied them over and pasted them into the script just for them to look like this. Yeah, well, that doesn't look awful, but it doesn't look the best. But if there was something that was better than this, but if there was some...
Bro, just use a viewport frame.
Bro, I was kidding there. You just ruined my big moment. After adding in this script, we now have a nice looking index. After that, I wanted to add another mutation to the game, but I wasn't quite sure what mutation to add. In my last game, Steal the Noob, I wanted to add in a lava mutation, but I never ended up doing it. So I think this is the perfect excuse to add that. Adding the mutation into all the scripts was easy, but then I ran into an issue. Wait, why is this not updating? I clearly put everything I needed to put into the module scripts, but for some reason it's just not updating. Yeah, I spent a good few minutes trying to figure this out, why this wasn't working until, oh, I need to change this text button. Yeah, sometimes I wonder about myself. Anyway, after getting a nice gradient and adding it to the script, this actually looks really good. But after playing the game a little bit, I realized that the map feels a little bit too crowded and too tight. So I made the map bigger by moving the barriers and making the place bigger. But if we're gonna make the map bigger, then we also need to make these waves bigger, because otherwise it will look like this, and yeah, that does not look good. After a couple tries and failing at this,
Don't worry, bro. I got this.
Bro, what? I was about to do that.
There you go, bro.
Bro, I was about to do that, but okay, thanks.
No problem, bro.
But I feel like this map needs some more touches to it to make it feel less empty. I found these cool looking trees in a pack from Be Happy. I added in some trees around the map and also added in some tall grass to make it look better, and it looks pretty good so far. After spicing it up a little bit, I went ahead and copied over this model from a past game I made and stretched it. After making the water, I took a step back and this looks really good. But I still feel like the map could still use a little something, and I have the perfect idea for it. To make it easier for the players to see where the shops are, I added in a pathway that goes to all the shops. I might add in some more building stuff later, but for right now, let's move on to something else. For the final task to finish this game, I need to make a good thumbnail. Now don't judge me on this because I've only made one Roblox thumbnail. So I grabbed the bacon hair from the toolbox, and I grabbed a random noob from replicated storage, and I put a wave in the back. I posed the characters, took screenshots, went into Photoshop to make it more poppy and saturated until I couldn't anymore. And then after that, I uploaded it to Roblox, and boom, now we have a thumbnail. And honestly, I think that's time. I think I officially have completed my game. If you want to join this game, it will be in the first link in the description. But honestly, making this game was really fun. Even though I was trying my best to get this game done as fast as possible, it was still fun to see what I can do in a short amount of time. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want, I do have a Discord server in the description. Also, if you want a shout out in my next video and play test new games before they even come out, I just put out channel members. If you did enjoy this video, YouTube says that you like this video here.